As we know, other than winning, the biggest accomplishment for a Hell's Kitchen chef is to earn that prestigious black jacket, and usually, the talent of these final 5 to 6 chefs is pretty good. However, over the years, we've had black jacket brigades that were far above the others, while at the same time, we've had brigades where there was maybe one legit good chef at most, and I figure we look at those extremes. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today, we'll be looking at the top 5 best and worst black jacket brigades in Hell's Kitchen history. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel, and with that, let's take a look back at the black jacket brigades that stand out in the most extreme of ways.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
The 5th worst black jacket brigade in Hell's Kitchen history is the black jacket brigade of season 3. Now straight up, when I did my least talented seasons, I was pretty nice to the early seasons considering casting was different, but when it comes to black jacket rankings, I'm actually the opposite now and will be a bit more harsh, as due to the smaller cast size, it's a lot easier to make a black jacket, and thus, that already knocks them down a bit. But even then, the black jackets in these 3 seasons are still not very good, and while season 3 is the best of them, that's not saying much. The obvious standout here is Rock for dominating the season, and while Bonnie, Jen, and Julie were all solid, they did have their fair share of mistakes between them, and again, I'm not sure they would make it to a black jacket on a later season. But of course, the main thing that puts this brigade in the bottom 5 is Josh, the worst black jacket in the show's history, forever putting a stain on the prestige of these jackets.
Take that off and f out of here. Get out! Get out! Give me the jacket. Give me the jacket. You used to suck it. Buddy.
Yes, chef.
You're cooking and gas is not even on.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now, chef.
I really thought this far down the line that, wow, we got the best 5, now 4. We could do so much better.
The 5th best black jacket brigade in Hell's Kitchen history is from season 7. This might be a controversial pick, and honestly, I'm sure if we really broke it down, some of the more conventional picks would be above this season, but nonetheless, I've always pointed out this season as a blueprint of a top-heavy cast, as while pretty much every chef eliminated before the black jackets were either inconsistent or just flat-out bad, this black jacket brigade is incredible. While Holly is an underwhelming winner, she's still obviously a great chef, with the runner-up Jay literally being a future HK sous chef. That's how dominant he was this season. While Benjamin had his bad moments, he still dominated most of the season, and I think Ed and Jason are extremely underrated with how good they were despite being early black jacket boots, as they both really only had one bad service before the black jackets with some minor hiccups here and there. I think the obvious question mark here is Autumn, as she was nominated 7 times this season, and 5 times before being awarded a black jacket, but a lot of those nominations were for pretty petty reasons, and she was never really in that much danger of ever going home, and you have to admire her determination despite Ramsey constantly being on her ass. So yeah, you could argue 3 or 4 other seasons should be here instead, but I do think season 7 belongs in the top 5.
That may have been your best service ever. We set the goal of 2.5 hours. You accomplished that in 2 hours and 15. I've got one thing to say to you. Congratulations, you're in the final 6. Well done.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you very much, Chef.
Get back in line.
Kidding me?
Well done. Benjamin, congratulations, you made the final 6.
Thank you, Chef.
Well done. The competition's going to get more fierce, and look at you. One dynamic team. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Now off upstairs.
The 4th worst black jacket brigade is the brigade of season 4. I'm actually surprised about this, as even though I picked season 4 as my second least talented cast ever, I felt like there would be other brigades that were worse than this, but for seasons like 9, 11, 15, and 16, where there are some pretty inconsistent chefs that make it to the black jackets, there's also usually 2 to 3 standouts, where I feel season 4 has only one in Petroza. I guess Bobby was also pretty decent after the slow start, but the 3 ladies in Jen, Corey, and Christina were all incredibly inconsistent throughout the season, and Matt is usually considered the 2nd worst black jacket of all time behind Josh, with some even thinking it's more mind-boggling that he somehow sneaked his way into a black jacket despite the bigger cast. So yeah, just not much good in the black jacket brigade here, which is why it lands at number 4.
I got no feeling in my hands. I'm trying to work
feeling
through
your
it.
hands, yeah? Come here. Lie down, yes? Lie down.
I want to work through it.
Get out! Get out. Get out and get to the door. Get out. She put it on. You've been standing next to it for an hour. You take your free apron off as well.
Yes, chef.
Hey, all of you. Yourselves. Get out. Get out! Off with you, yeah?
At number 4 for best is the Black Jacket Brigade of Rookies vs. Veterans. Now yes, this might be a bit unfair, as I look at chefs like Mato and Mia a bit more highly than I would had they gotten a Black Jacket on an all newbie season, and I'm also higher for Heather and Ariel who joined the 2-time Black Jacket Club. But even despite that, I think it's fair to say this Black Jacket Brigade is insanely talented. Again, the Rookies and Mato and Mia went toe-to-toe with some little all-time great veterans, with Mia being a very solid runner-up, and Mato would have been the runner-up had he not quit. While Heather wasn't as dominant as she was in her first season, the fact that she got a Black Jacket despite her slow start, and considering the standards Ramsey had for her and the other runner-ups this season, she officially has one of the best pedigrees in Hell's Kitchen history. Brett would prove he belonged with the best of the best with a very solid 3rd place run, and of course, Ariel would cement herself as an HK legend with one of the most dominant wins ever. So again, I admit I may be looking at this cast a bit better than I should considering the circumstances of the season, but nonetheless, it's a hard-fought season for the rookies and even the veterans, and all 5 absolutely deserve their Black Jacket.
Southern Boy Chef, hanging with the big dogs. Feels good.
Yeah?
I'm stoked about it. I'm only gonna pick up speed from here.
I love it here. I love the challenge. It feels so special to be a part of this group, and I'm so grateful.
There is no room for excuses, no room for anything at this point.
You've made it, and that's the most important. Here's to the famous 5. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Congratulations.
Cheers, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
At number 3 for worst is the Brigade of Season 1. Obviously Michael was incredible, and I could see Ralph earning a Black Jacket on most other seasons, but Elsie, Jimmy, and Jessica are the epitome of being lucky that they're on a small season with a bunch of bad chefs, and they just happen to be less bad. Now to be fair, Elsie was a great underdog, but to be blunt, her great story and narrative was really the only reason why she survived over Chris at the final 7, and Jessica and Jimmy are both candidates for top 10 worst Black Jackets ever. Again, props to these 3 for doing what they could despite their lack of experience, but there's just simply no getting around the fact that the first ever Black Jacket Brigade was not exactly a good one.
What is that? Elsie, what the is that?
Okay, Elsie, this is crap. This is crap.
What is that? I can't, come on. Now. Look at the bowl, Jimmy. Jimmy, look at the bowl. Get it back. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, don't you dare start acting like a slob. Jimmy, the plate is still dirty, Jimmy. I actually think you're doing this on purpose now to get a reaction, you know that? It's not possible.
Well, that lobster's en route, yes?
I need more time on my lobster. It's not cooked in the middle.
Do you understand? I need to stop it straight away.
Right.
All you're shouting out of there is, I need more time for lobster. Hello?
Yep.
I need a time. You're gonna have risotto all around the plate properly, yeah? Because that looks like Dubry's dog's dinner. And you've got far too way past now to start serving me slop.
All right, Chef.
The top 3 for my best Black Jacket Brigades are the same 3 seasons I had for my most overall talented seasons, and my thoughts of them are pretty similar, but at number 3 is season 19. While Nikki definitely deserved a Black Jacket over Amber, it's not like Amber was a bad Black Jacket chef at all, and the top 4 are some of the best chefs in the history of the show. But between Amber's sketchy Black Jacket and the top 2 spots simply being a bit more star-studded than this season, that's what keeps season 19 at number 3.
Mate, the fries are up. Sorry, I had to go do starters again.
I got him. You're good. Thank you.
It's so nice. It's like, oh, there's good chefs here.
Behind you. Good. 2 lamb, 1 New York strip. Straight down, thank you.
Right behind you. Right behind you. Right behind you.
Nicely cooked, Cody.
Thank you, chef.
The Black Jacket team is now firing on all cylinders, and entrees are leaving the kitchen in a timely manner.
Walk into the window right now, chef. 30 seconds.
Desserts table 12.
Please enjoy.
Stoves off, please, yes? Yes, chef.
The second worst Black Jacket Brigade in Hell's Kitchen history is the Brigade of Season 8. I called Season 8 my least talented season ever, and that's because I truly think Jillian and Russell were the only good chefs from this season. But since this is a Black Jacket ranking, those 2 are able to propel Season 8 out of the number 1 worst spot, as both of them were legit winner contenders and great chefs in general. But Nona and Gail were super hit or miss, and Trevor and Sabrina are some of the worst Black Jackets ever. And even though the Black Jacket performance isn't a part of my rankings, this Brigade showed just how bad they were when they turned in the worst Black Jacket service ever at the final 6, and I don't think it'll ever be topped.
Ribeyes! Oh, come on. It's raw in the center. Russell, stop. I can't take any more.
It's not fair on me, but it's not fair on them. Get out! Off! Get out! Let me tell you something very, very quickly. What I want to ask you all is to take off your jackets.
The second best Black Jacket Brigade is the Brigade of Season 14. And yeah, the top 5 literally have some of the best pedigrees in the history of the show. but even taking that out of the equation and just focusing solely on this season, it's still incredible. Obviously, Team Megan is one of, if not the best final two in Hell's Kitchen history. Michelle held her own as a 22-year-old competing with these legends, and Nick and Millie dominate all season on the blue team. The only reason why this season isn't number one is Josh, who, while not an all-time bad black jacket chef, he simply didn't belong in this group, and thus, that outlier keeps season 14 out of the top spot.
I'm happy that you are leaving on a strong service tonight, and you should be too.
Yes, Chef.
Stay passionate.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah?
It was an honor.
Well done.
Chef, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, Chef.
Let me tell you something, okay? You have great heart, great passion, and a great future in this industry. You should be proud of everything you've accomplished here. Great job.
Thank you.
You are going to have an amazing culinary career. I've never had a 22-year-old this strong, and you came very, very close. Good job.
Thank you, Chef.
Very proud. And you should be very proud of yourself.
I am, Chef. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But the worst Black Jacket Brigade in Hell's Kitchen history comes from season 2. As I said, I was a bit easy on this season in my least talented cast video, but that's not happening this time. I will say, Heather and Keith were of course great chefs, but like I said earlier, this is where the lesser cast size actually hurt season 2, as I simply have more proof that Julian and Russell can handle more services compared to Keith and Heather. But even then, this brigade might still be last due to the other 3 chefs of Virginia, Garrett, and Sarah being so inconsistent to flat out bad throughout the entire season, as these 3 are more likely to be one of the first 5 boots on a talented season compared to making it to the final 5 in season 2. It's really honestly apples and oranges at this point when comparing seasons 2 and 8, but in this case, season 2 in my opinion takes the crown as the worst Black Jacket Brigade in Hell's Kitchen history.
Lady, I'm getting the tortellini, Chef.
There's not a tortellini on the order. Listen, you stupid fat mouth. Bring me your ticket here. Bring it here.
You're right, Chef.
Now will you shut up?
Yes, Chef.
You just talk crap.
What's he doing to that duck? It's white. It's not even pink. That goes on there. What? Watch. Watch. Don't move anywhere.
You know it's never a good thing when he's just hanging out with you.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. If you saute scallops in a non-stick pan, they won't stick. That's why it's called non-stick. I don't know what non-stick means in Texas, sweetheart, but me.
The best Black Jacket Brigade in Hell's Kitchen history is the Brigade of Season 22, The American Dream. And yeah, not going to be the dead horse with this one, but this Final 6 was so amazing that Ramsay even added an extra Black Jacket after it only being a Final 5 Brigade for Season 15 to 21. Heck, the chef who almost didn't earn a Black Jacket in Ryan would literally win the season and go down as one of the best winners ever, with his counterpart Jonathan being a top tier runner-up in his own right. And again, the other 4 are all incredible as well, with Demir and Sammy being some all-time great non-finalists. Lee wasn't even that much of an underdog with how dominant she was despite her lack of experience, and someone like Carmen is literally considered the weakest out of the group despite making very minimal mistakes and being nominated only 1 time, the only time any of these 6 were nominated all season. I guess it does make sense that the best season talent-wise has the best Black Jacket Brigade.
The Black Jacket goes to Lee. Phenomenal dish. I'm so happy for you.
This jacket means that my fight here and my push and my drive has been so worth it.
Young man, that was a tremendous dish and you showed great flair. But I've got some bad news for you. I have a black jacket for you as well, young man.
I told you I'd do it. It's your boy, all the way from Ireland. 10,000 miles away. The American dream is real.
Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You 6 made history. For the first time in 10 years, we have 6 black jacket chefs. Congratulations, guys. Come on.
So there you have it, guys, my picks for the top 5 most and least talented Black Jacket Brigades in Hell's Kitchen history. Let me know what picks you agree and disagree with in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe and like, and I'll get you more fun HK content just like this. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.